Hello from the Hershey RV Show. Today we're going to look at a dozen trailers that are 20 feet or less. And by the way, you will not see one A-liner in this video. That's because I've had such a popular response to my A-liner videos, I'm making a separate one. So check that out on GPS too. Oh, I love the smell of fresh kebabs in the morning. Well, Tuesday at Hershey is Industry Day, and that means everybody's still setting up, but the place is available to us to take a look at things before the big crowds come in. So we should have a good look at a lot of trailers today. My dream RV. I guess I'm gonna have to sleep on it.
First up is the 2026 Keystone Coleman 13R. It's a basic trailer at 15 feet 11 inches. It weighs in dry at about 2,500 pounds with almost 1,100 pounds of cargo capacity.
Minimal storage under the sink.
It sleeps two, has a 28-gallon fresh tank with 34 each for gray and black. There's a decent sink with a high-rise faucet, 3.3 cubic foot refrigerator. The stove is simple, a single burner induction, basic but seemingly sturdy cabinetry. This has an interesting long bar configuration, meaning you have ample desk room and for meals, all with a view at the same time.
Of course, next to your workspace is a fireplace. A very basic dry bath.
Every trailer in this video is single axle. This has standard 14-inch road tires. It's a decent starter price for a name brand. The 2026 Coachmen Clipper 1200 ROK split space with a large outside kitchen. A sink, 2-burner stove, and slide-out griddle go with the 3.3 cubic foot refrigerator. It's called a teardrop style, but not really. At 16 feet 1 inch, it weighs dry at 2,500 pounds with over 1,300 pounds cargo capacity. Sleeping three, it has a cassette toilet with a privacy curtain, well that's a good thing, and an outdoor shower, optional 9-foot power awning, and even an optional rooftop tent. These options may be more necessity given the interior is very modest. Storage includes 7 12-inch crates and a few open bins. A fold-out table is under the bed. A modest 5K BTU air conditioner and 20K BTU furnace will help moderate temperature. It also has 15-inch off-road tires. It's so new, there's no floor plan printed for it. No need. It's a simple trailer, modest quality interior at a basic entry-level price.
When you're making videos, you're always wondering who's on the other side of the camera. Well, this is the Puma Camping Edition. I'm not sure what other edition there would be. This is the 2026 Palomino Puma 123 RDC E. It sleeps three, they say, a 16-footer. Gross vehicle weight comes in at about 3,800 pounds, dry weight 2,600, and a pretty average hitch weight for this size, 365 pounds. You've got decent tank sizes, 34 gallons fresh, 30 black, and 30 gray.
It's a standard layout with an RV queen bed up front, rear corner dry bath, central kitchen and dining, 4.3 cubic foot 12-volt refrigerator, standard 14-inch road tires. A GE profile air conditioner is on the roof.
This has a dry bath of sorts. It's a shower curtain. Even a little courtesy light. A nice 2-burner stove, and I like the fact that it is a vertical as opposed to a horizontal, taking up your valuable counter space. Separated freezer and refrigerator. Always like having a separate freezer.
Outside is a generous 16-foot power awning. Yes, the dinette converts to a bed, but looking at it, I think sleeping 3 in this one is a bit of a stretch, unless perhaps you have a small child. Much better for solo traveler or a couple starting out. Decent one-piece flooring you'll find in most rigs. Otherwise, it's a step up in quality at a reasonable price on the lower end of the scale. The 2026 Flagstaff E-Pro E13LE is a new model in a new series of compact trailers.
This E13 in their new LE line is right in the middle of the lineup, all of them 20 feet or less. The 13 comes in at 16 feet.
Outside is very large pass-through storage with the front section of one-piece OSB flooring that covers the entire bottom of the 6-sided full aluminum frame. An 11-foot power awning extends just below a fully laminated walkable roof with a 200-watt solar panel. Inside is an 1800-watt inverter, and there's rear backup camera prep. Dry weight is light, 2,300 pounds with almost 1,500 pounds cargo capacity. 31 gallons fresh water, 27 each gray and black tanks, which are 12-volt heated. 2-burner stove, microwave, and a 3.5 cubic foot refrigerator. RV queen bed with a pair of bunks to sleep up to 4, all aluminum framed. The top bunk can be folded up.
These bunks must be about 7 feet long. They are deep. You lose your kids in the back.
The commode is porcelain in front of a modest dry bath shower. Air conditioning is side-mounted, giving the ceiling a cleaner look. There's a max air fan with cover to pull through air, even when raining. A modest interior with decent functional amenities. Grand Design is known for larger rigs, but is now looking to bring entry-level owners into the line earlier with a 2026 Transcend 131DL. It's a small, lightweight travel trailer at a 15-foot 10-inch length. 3,000 pounds dry with just over 1,400 pounds cargo capacity. Galvanized wheel wells with nitrogen-filled tires, ample pass-through storage.
You see a lot of these on the side of every Coachman. Well, Grand Design has taken the idea and put a paw on it. And a bone. It is a bunk, but then again, there's solo travelers who like them. Just extra storage.
The front bedroom has a Murphy bed and a single 13.5K BTU air conditioner. Overhead is a fully walkable roof, a 9-foot awning. Down below are backup camera prep, a spare tire, and black tank flush. 2 20-pound propane tanks help ensure you don't run out. The dry bath is a decent size with a pair of smaller corner shelves. Storage is fairly open and easily configured as you like.
Basic overhead storage in the kitchen, but you do get a little spice rack. Lots of room under the sink. There's a lot to be said for having a folding table. You can put it anywhere. If you want it outside, no problem.
It's a basic design with colors and trim that seem to mirror the Winnebago line. Well, they are part of the same family. Halfway through our tour is the mid-priced 2026 Coachmen Remote 14R.
It's 17 feet 7 inches, sleeps 3. It has a dry weight of 2,752 pounds and a gross vehicle weight of 3,800 pounds. Only 285 pounds for the hitch weight. Generous pass-through storage.
Inside is a queen bed, convertible dinette, 2-burner narrow cooktop, an air fryer microwave, and a 4.5 cubic foot double-door 12-volt refrigerator.
Big fresh water tank at 52 gallons. Of course, they're pitching the idea of remote camping. Your black and your gray water are at 27 gallons each. Split refrigerator, overhead storage, and a decent amount below your counter. Moderately decent sized sink, 2-burner Greystone with a Furrion microwave underneath.
A modest rear dry bath supported with a tankless hot water heater for the shower. The toilet is slightly angled for a good sitting position. 12-volt heat pads warm the holding tanks and gate valves. Up top is a standard 200-watt solar panel. The trailer also has backup camera prep, which is becoming more the norm. It's another basic design that's easy to move within for 2, perhaps more challenging with 3, unless it's a child. Nice to have the refrigerator by the door so you can easily step up and grab something while outside.
What's going on?
What's going on is the 3-pack, man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome to the Hershey RV Show.
It's time to replenish, if you know what I mean.
Listen, if anybody knows a thing or two about a stinky black tank, it's this guy. And right now we have the absolute best deal going on of the year with our limited edition driftwood. And if we sell out, when we sell out, we'll be donating $10,000 to this charity called Coachmen Go.
Excellent.
The 15-foot 6-inch 2026 inTech Luna may not have the number of amenities as we've seen in the lower-priced rigs so far, but what it does have are higher quality basics that lead to its price. The lightweight teardrop trailer is built with an all-aluminum, all-tube, fully welded cage frame and a one-piece fiberglass roof.
It's a very generous clamshell kitchen design. Plus, with the lid up, well, it's an automatic awning.
An outdoor kitchen includes a 40-quart 12-volt cooler and stainless steel cooktop. It sleeps 2, weighs just 1,850 pounds, and a light cargo capacity of 550 pounds.
I like outdoor kitchens because, well, I'm kind of messy. Sometimes.
Inside is mostly a 60 by 80 inches queen bed from which you look out a large panoramic windshield, cooled by an 8K BTU air conditioner and max air fan. It has a fireplace, a 32-inch television, Bluetooth stereo with 4 speakers so you're entertained while not thinking about other amenities. USB and 120-volt outlets, very common now. Perhaps most importantly, a cassette toilet concealed in a front folding cabinet. Yes, there's a big shade for privacy unless perhaps you're someplace very remote. Storage is very modest, yet it's for those who want a comfortable place to sleep and are otherwise busy outdoors. Again, it's the quality of hardware, cabinetry, and trailer shell with the clean inTech look that we're familiar with.
And that famous inTech front window. This beautiful curved wraparound. Yeah, you can get some nice views out of this one. Windows on 3 sides, you don't need the 4th because when you're out in the clamshell kitchen, you have that view. Of course, with opposing doors, you can open the windows in each and have instant ventilation.
The 2026 Alliance Delta Solo ML166 travel trailer has a single slide within its 19-foot 11-inch length. Up to 4 people can stay in the heavy 4,900-pound unit with a modest 500-pound cargo capacity. That could be largely taken up with a full 45-gallon fresh tank, gray also 45, and black 37. They at least are protected inside in a heated and enclosed underbelly. Inside is a 10 cubic foot 12-volt refrigerator, queen-size Murphy bed, and another residential queen bed. Commercial-grade vinyl flooring, roller shades, residential cabinet doors, soft close hidden hinges, and residential LED lighting. Standard 200-watt solar panel with 3,000-watt inverter prep for all outlets. Pre-wired for backup camera and tire monitor. USB charge ports throughout the unit.
That's a big freezer. Pretty much residential size.
The dry bath has plenty of space and storage, with a porcelain toilet and a dedicated sink over which is a large mirrored cabinet. While there are lots of cabinets and drawers, the show unit was anything but impressive with a broken kitchen drawer and an underbed pull-out easily coming off the rails. The blackout shades were not the most functional either.
Self-rising.
This is a slide unit. Some people like them, others not. Dual propane up front is a plus, in front of a good-sized pass-through storage compartment. Goodyear Endurance tires with aluminum rims and a spare tire carrier. A full-width ladder takes you up to a walk-on roof with a seamless PVC covering.
Almost. I'm detecting a theme here.
And now for something completely different.
The 2026 Flyer Discover is 18 feet long. Now before you say, well, there's nothing in it because it's a toy hauler, hold on a minute.
This model is expandable in and out of its all-aluminum cage frame, weighing in at just 2,750 pounds. It can hold 2,500 more pounds, with the rear door nearly rated at that much at 2,200. 4 to 6 adults can sleep inside, and for that group, there's a spacious and adaptable interior kitchen.
Yeah, it may not be a conventional rig because it's a toy hauler. However, you have a decent-sized refrigerator, sink, and 2-burner stove. Plenty of storage with that sturdy inTech hardware.
You can make this anything you want while bringing along outdoor adventure cargo. Outside with an integrated roof rack, you can carry more gear like kayaks, and a 2-inch hitch receiver with 175-pound capacity for bikes or other gear.
Great window ventilation. Of course, you don't get much more ventilation than that. What's under the cover? You get a fold-out bed and a place to sit. Yeah, that's all well and good. Let's see if I can get it back together. Not hard at all. Then you have the pop-out camper sleeper.
There's high ground clearance and optional off-road tires. It's also equipped with solar prep, integrated Bluetooth stereo with speakers, tie-down rings for securing toys in the garage area.
Almost funny to have a remote max air fan when you have these huge gaping openings in this trailer. I mean, air is already flowing through here. But I guess it's nice to have. Not the small traditional units that I usually consider, but it is an interesting option at just 18 feet. Basic amenities, a huge amount of room for whatever toy you're bringing, or toys plural. Not a bad little unit. inTech's Sol Dawn comes in at 16 feet.
The 2026 model steps up from the Luna, slightly longer by a few inches. It sleeps 2 with headroom for a couple inches over 6 feet, or 2 meters for our metric friends. Dry, the Sol Dawn is a light 2,952 pounds. You can add just over 900 to that for your gear. As with all inTech trailers, it's built with an all-aluminum frame, a signature panoramic front window, tinted as the rest are. inTech says its tilt-forward design maximizes space and aerodynamics. 2 packages are available, Base and Rover. The latter is what we're looking at. Rover includes a manual awning and off-road tires. Both come with solar prep. It's a little light on fresh water at 20 gallons capacity. The wet bath is simple and compact, very well lit, but headroom drops to 5 feet 9 inches. That's more than a half foot less than the overall interior. Pouch storage hangs on the wall. inTech says ample storage is offered. You may or may not agree. The space available does seem well divided with bins and cabinets. The cooktop is nice stainless steel, and there's a microwave. A split cover over the sink is really nice.
Really like these large square sinks, and especially when you get a great solid cover like that, your counter space instantly expands.
A Max Air fan is more than enough to pull air through. Build quality and a modern, clean look are the biggest draws to this model. It's very comfortable for most basic camping.
inTech, lots of drawers. Get a handle too. Soft close. You have to appreciate the sturdy hardware.
The sturdy piston hinge on the door is an often overlooked but really nice feature.
You know, I have to come by nüCamp. I have to. You've probably watched enough of my videos to know I've got a 400. Let's see what the brand new 400 looks like. The basic design, essentially the same, but there are some changes in here, of course. A while back they changed the 3-way refrigerator to a 12 volt. It's lithium powered, not my old AGMs. And there was a bathroom redesign. Probably the biggest redesign was up front with a disappearing bunk bed option. This dinette with the lagoon table that you can take outside. That's nice. And I like the redesign of the cubby holes, because in mine they're hidden behind the porthole window. These individually are smaller, and it probably wouldn't fit my particular needs, as you may have seen the inside of my trailer. But I think overall, for the general public, this is a very good redesign. The other neat feature is these are tinted windows. Mine are clear, and I could replace them with a tinted window. Maybe at some point I will. But for now, I'm keeping mine. But this is a really nice feature for the newer models. With the sink redesign, this really feels much more open. Your storage up top is essentially the same as what I have from a 2022. But the bathroom overall just appears much more cleaner, a little bit wider.
Some people prefer a dry bath to wet, although this wet bath has ample room inside a wraparound curtain, creating essentially a dry bath experience.
Very clean, simple look. But you have all of the features that have always come with a 400. I mean, you have the Aldi system in here, which means, yes, you have a heated bathroom. Come on. Who doesn't want a heated bathroom? Under the bed access is a lot easier. It's a little smaller storage space than what I have, but the ease of opening it certainly makes up for that. This is one large cabinet. I think my cabinet may be this large in this size. Yeah, it is. Ton of room in there. Generous drawer space. Actually, this is slightly redesigned because my bin is larger and comes all the way to the end. This you can get under the bin, and this area is a little bit larger. I would like that.
Build quality is the hallmark of nüCamp, which has always sought to offer solid amenities in a small package. The 2026 Tab 400 Boondock Black Canyon has an overall exterior length of 18 feet 3 inches, a dry weight of approximately 2,946 pounds, and you can add another 1,000 pounds for your gear. Aggressive off-road tires, a pitched axle, electric brakes, a durable molded underbelly shield, and a 310-watt solar panel are included. A queen bed fills the rear slope of the roof, since you're not standing there anyway. Tanks are 25 fresh, 18 gray, and 16 black.
nüCamp is coming out with its new model in the fall, which will be larger than the 400. This currently is the largest unit that they sell, along with the 360, pretty close. It's comfortable for two. The amenities, the craftsmanship in here, just top notch. Yes, I own one. Yes, I'm a bit biased, but my wife and I did a lot of shopping before we bought ours. For her, this was no question. She saw it, compared to all the others, and immediately thought the 400 was the best. I probably consider way too many details, so I wasn't as immediately convinced. But now, having had a 400 for 3 years, I'd have to say, if I were to buy again, I would buy a 400 again.
The kitchen has a 2-burner stove and 4.6 cubic foot 12-volt compressor refrigerator, a central AC, and very efficient heat from the Aldi system, along with a 24-inch TV.
The wood grain is a little bit lighter in here, which makes the space feel larger, and perhaps, a little bit of a cleaner look. Super easy to tow at 3,000 pounds. I rarely even know it's back there. I have to keep looking in the mirror. And you would not believe how much you can store in this trunk. And this one has been redesigned so that the back edges are flat. Mine have a couple of protrusions that I kind of have to work around with things that I put in. This one, much cleaner, much easier. Love these awning windows. Really nice when you want some airflow, you want kind of the heat out of the trailer, or even on a rainy day. You can have the windows open, it's not going to get in. This is an amazingly huge storage bin. It's lockable. You have a 20-pound can of propane in there, and look at all that room. You could put another propane cylinder in there if you want and still have a lot of storage. And the nice thing about this is, too, without having to unlock and open the big lid, you can access your propane right here on this little side door. That's pretty thoughtful. And you've got a place for your sewer hose. In the older units, this was always an add-on that, owners would kind of figure out on their own. nice to have that, which again adds more space in your utility bin. I think perhaps the thing that makes me, let's say, a little jealous about the new unit is it's so darn clean. I've got to go wash mine. Don't they look great when they're new? Of course they do. This is nice too because your sewer connection is actually angled down, so everything is going to come out. You know your tanks are going to be absolutely empty.
A Nautilus external shower system makes all water use and maintenance simple.
Please hang up and try again.
The top price of the dozen we're looking at in this video belongs to the 2026 Lance 1575, the longest and second heaviest of the trailers in this group.
The Lance 1575 is a 4-season trailer. This unit is 5 inches over 20 feet, but I'm going to give it a pass just because the tongue here is a little long.
15 feet 9 inches of floor length. Lance says it's lightweight. Not so much compared to the others of its size. Weight is 3,590 pounds dry with 1,300 additional capacity.
This is probably one of the largest pass-through storages for a trailer of this size you'll find anywhere.
This trailer sleeps 4 people, has a single super slide for extra space, a U-shaped dinette that converts into a bed, and includes a dry bath. It's a little small. Not much dedicated storage in it, but ample room elsewhere. The slide, of course, adds room for 4 people to move about easily.
Love them or hate them, slides give you a lot more room. And this certainly opens up the interior of this trailer. This is a little feature I wish more trailers would come with. It's so convenient having your power in USB. And then you can close it. Integrated bin storage is so helpful.
Decor is more home style, neutral, and perhaps even on the dark side with bright sunlight coming in decent-sized windows and skylights. Some of the hardware isn't the best.
You have to appreciate a nice, large, round sink with a substantial cover. And plenty of open storage under the sink. There's where your microwave hides. Not often you come across an oven anymore. And a generous 3-burner. I am a big fan of separate freezers and refrigerators. Just a shade below residential size. Nice. Plus you're getting a lot of under the dinette storage room, I think. All right, let's try the other one. We'll call that user error. Even in each corner of the dinette.
26 gallons is the size for each of its 3 tanks. Asdale covers an aluminum frame, fairly standard these days. There's a power tongue jack, upgraded awning, aerodynamic front cap, all rolling on 15-inch tires.
This Truma Aventa is on, and I think you can hear it's fairly quiet. Often you'll get plenty of light out of your fan, but this has a dedicated skylight with a shade. Utility access, always a good thing. I hope you had as much fun as I did looking at a dozen 2026 small trailers under 20 feet. Well, it doesn't stop at the end of this video. I've got 5 more trailers from Hershey. Check it out in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below which units you like the best. Safe travels, everyone, and we'll see you down the road.